And then we'll do that again. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale, heavy sigh through the mouth. So just kind of taking a little bit of time here for some quiet. Putting a pause on the mind chatter, anything that's sort of weighing on you from the day. You're just going to do your best to let that go. Let yourself be here in the space that you're in. Put a pause on anything else that's going on in your day today, and just begin to think about your breath. So beginning to inhale and exhale at a pace that feels comfortable and available to you. Allowing your belly to expand fully as you inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly drawing the navel into the spine. And let's take our breathing to a 1-to-2 ratio, inhale to exhale. So if you inhale for a 3 count, think about exhaling for a 6 count. And we'll just continue to breathe in that way for about a minute or so here. So 3 counts in, 6 counts out, or 2 counts in, 4 counts out. And each time you exhale, think about your body and your mind both getting a little bit more free, a little bit lighter, a little bit more focused and centered. Think about directing your breath to areas in the body where maybe you feel pain or discomfort, or where maybe you're noticing some type of restriction. And then as you continue to breathe, inhaling and exhaling, go ahead and set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. Something you would like to focus on. So if you're just joining, we are either in puppy or child's pose. Setting an intention for the practice today. And then we'll take a couple more cleansing breaths. So you'll inhale deeply through the nose, big heavy sigh through the mouth. And then we'll do that one more time, inhaling through the nose, big heavy sigh through the mouth. And then as you feel ready, if you need a little bit more time in centering, you can stay in child's or puppy pose. If you feel ready to move your body, we'll start to cycle through either cat and cow or cobra and child's pose. So just start to flow with your breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Beginning to deepen your breath, creating more of that audible breath sound as you exhale. Taking a little bit of time in either pose here if you need some extra time or space. And then also just being mindful to avoid any areas or any poses that don't feel right for your body. About letting go of tension in the face or the tops of the shoulders. And take a couple more cycles at your own pace here. And then we'll come back into that tabletop position. So hands and knees. On an inhale, I invite you to float your left arm up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, take it to thread the needle. So you're going to send it under the right arm, keeping your hips lifted, but bringing your cheek and your shoulder blade down. Option for a partial bind here, so you'll take that right arm, drape it across the low back, or reach around for the left hip crease. Just kind of breathing into that rotation. Good, releasing that right arm down. Couple more breaths with the hips lifted. When you feel ready, moving slowly, inhale the left arm up. And then exhale, set it down. Move your right hand over to your left hand, and then breathe in. As you exhale, sink towards your right heel for a side stretch, diagonal stretch. So you're thinking about elongating along that right side of the torso into the low back. Couple of breaths here. Come back to tabletop when you're ready. Maybe shift your hips a little bit from side to side. Back to that tabletop position. This time we'll inhale the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle second side. Cheek and shoulder blade down to the mat. Gentle press into that left hand or take the arm back, partial bind. And just breathing really into the spine as you're exploring the twist and the rotation today. Sort of do what feels good for you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release that hand back down to the mat, pausing here, hips lifted, breathing. And then when you're ready, slowly drawing that right arm all the way up towards the sky, looking at it, and then set it down on the mat. Move your left hand over to the right hand. Take a breath in and sink back towards your left heel. Diagonal stretch. Allow your head and neck to relax comfortably. Just kind of letting go of any tension in the neck. And then slowly, when you're ready, making your way back up to hands and knees. Walk your hands more forward, and then go ahead and come into your first downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here. Alternate dropping a knee into the center. Sort of doing what feels good for you. Creating a little bit of space between your hands and feet. Allowing your heels to melt down towards the ground. Your palms to flatten and your fingers spread wide. Your head and neck to be in a neutral position. And then when you feel ready, eventually bringing your feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. Inhale the left leg high. Add a little bit of movement if you'd like. And then we're going to step that left foot all the way forward towards the outer edge of our left hand. And then drop your back knee down and come into lizard pose or lizard lunge. So hip opening pose here. Depending on your hip flexibility, you might kind of rock a little bit forwards and backwards, but we'll have both hands to the right. The left foot will be more towards the outside of the mat. You can allow that left knee to drop out to the side. You can turn and gaze back over your left shoulder if that feels good. Kind of getting open into the hips a little bit here this afternoon or this morning, depending on where you're at in your day. Good. Slowly walk that left foot back in so it's more towards the middle part of your mat. Set your left hand down on the other side and then breathe in. As you exhale, sink back into splits prep. And since we're just kind of in our initial warming phase of our practice, if your hamstrings don't feel as warm or as flexible, you might just put your hands on that top thigh. If you're able to reach down towards your mat, great. If not, don't worry about it. And then let's rotate the leg in and out. So you're hinging at that hip crease, feeling some openness into the hamstrings. Good. Walk your hands forward. Frame the front foot, come into a low lunge position. We'll plant the right hand and inhale the left arm up to twist. And you can circle out your wrist here, do some big rotations through your shoulder, just whatever feels good for your body. And then as you exhale, plant your hand, step it back to downward facing dog. Just kind of let yourself be in your body, be in this inverted pose. Sending length where you need it in the body. Giving yourself a little bit of time and space today. When you feel ready, we'll float the right leg high. Adding a little bit of movement into the ankle or the hip. And then on an exhale, step it to the outside of your right hand. Set your back knee down and come into lizard pose, just like you did on side one. So maybe a little bit of rocking might feel good. You can rock out to that outer edge of your right foot, pressing your right knee out to the side. Turning, looking back over your right shoulder might feel good. Slowly coming out of it, walking that right foot back in. Breathing in. As you exhale, shift your weight back into splits prep. And then just like you did on the first side, you might be able to bring your fingertips down on either side of that front leg, or you might just rest your hands gently on your thigh, depending on your flexibility this afternoon. Go ahead and start to rotate the entire leg, so turning the toes in and out. Keep drawing your navel in towards the spine. And then shift your weight back forward, framing your foot with your hands. Keeping your left hand planted, inhale the right arm up to twist. And then a little bit of motion in that right arm if that feels good. As you exhale, release your hand down. Curl your back toes under. Step forward. Both feet towards the top edge of your mat. Toe heel your feet out. And take just a slightly wider leg forward fold here. And then begin to rock from toes to heels. If that feels good, you can grab for your ankles. So just feeling some length across the back of the legs, letting the low back release, softening the back of the neck. We'll take our left hand over to the right ankle or shin. On an inhale, float your right arm up to twist. As you exhale, release down, forward fold. When you're ready, move your right hand over towards your left leg. Inhale the left arm up to twist. And exhale, release, come back to that forward fold position. Pause here and shift your weight back towards your heels. So if you haven't already, your heels can be slightly off the mat, toes will be slightly in. And just notice the length in the back of the legs. When you're ready, you'll move those feet in so they're about hips distance apart. Put your hands on your thighs and come up to standing cow pose. So tail is up, gaze is ahead, chest is lifted. And then exhale, standing cat. So knees are gonna stay partially bent, but allow your back to round. Inhale, tail up, look forward, standing cow. Exhale, tuck and round, come all the way up to stand. As you come to stand, roll your shoulders back a few times at the top edge of your mat. And then come into mountain pose. Palms forward, chest lifted. Good. Notice the ground beneath your feet. On an inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a steeple grip over your head. So interlacing all fingers, but thumb and first finger. Lifting upward towards the sky. On an exhale, tip to the left. Keeping both feet grounded, maybe even taking your gaze down towards the floor. Nice side stretch here. Inhale, come back up to center, lengthen through both sides of the torso. As you exhale, tip to the right. Good. Inhale, lengthen up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep up, firm the glutes, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep up, little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank and pause, breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Looking forward, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, leading with the heart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank and pause. Breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Baby cobra, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, just at your own pace. Being in your body, noticing how you feel. On empty lungs, looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank, pause. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Neutralize your head and neck with the rest of your spine. Ground through your hands and feet. Notice how you feel. Reconnect with your intention. Inhale, left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 2. Bring the palms to the sky. Tail tucks under, chest is open, belly is in. Pause and breathe. Good, palms to the floor. Reach through the fingertips, long neck, soft, top to the shoulders. Good, left arm to the thigh, turn the palm up, extended side angle. Reach your right arm up and over. Option with that left hand to reach down for the instep or the outer part of the foot. Otherwise, resting your forearm on your thigh, but keeping your chest lifted so you're not collapsing onto that front leg. Grounding through the outer edge of your back foot, reaching up through the fingertips here. Big sweep with that top arm, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. Maybe even bend a little bit more into your front knee. Good, pause and breathe. Side body stretch. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, find plank. Breathe in, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 2, rise. Palms to the sky. Tail tucks under, check your alignment. So shoulders over your pelvis here, knee over ankle on the front leg. Good, palms to the floor. Lengthen front to back, look over your right hand. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm reaches up and over. You have a nice long line from the top fingertips all the way down to that outer edge of your back foot. Can reach that front arm down for the in or outside of your foot. That feels good for you. If it's too much of a stretch, then you're keeping your forearm on your front thigh. Good, breathing. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keep that bend in your front knee, opening up the right side body. Lots of breath here, yogis. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Looking forward, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, warrior two. Palms to the floor, gaze over the left hand. Exhale, extended side angle. Good, breathe in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Adding on, breathe in. Exhale, half moon. Coming up to that front leg, fingertips for the floor, right fingertips for the ceiling. If you want an additional challenge, turn your gaze to the right or up towards your top hand. Flex your foot on the lifted leg. Good. Release is reverse warrior. Knee is bent on that front leg. Option for one more time at half moon. So breathe in. Exhale, half moon. So same thing, this time coming onto that front leg. Foot is flexed on the lifted leg. Try to be light on your bottom hand. Good. Release, reverse warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths here, yogis. Check in with yourself, see how you feel. We'll do those same series of poses on the second side. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two, rise. Gaze over the front hand, palms to the floor, lengthen your neck. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Keep your front knee bent over your ankle. Breathe in. Exhale, half moon. So half moon is going to be similar posturing to warrior two, in that top leg is open to the side wall. Light on your fingertips if that's available to you. Good. Release is reverse warrior. Bend the front knee. Pause and breathe. Opportunity to try that half moon one more time if you'd like. So breathing in. Exhale, half moon. Coming onto that front leg, floating your left arm up. See if you can really flatten out the bottom of the right foot. Foot is flexed on the lifted leg. Breathe in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Bend your front knee. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. And release is extended child's pose. Or puppy if that works for you. Notice how you feel reconnecting with your breath here, yogis. Recall that intention that you set for the practice today. If it's available to you, come onto your tummy, crocodile pose. So stacking both hands towards the top edge of your mat, toes will turn out to the side. Head and neck in neutral, forehead resting on stacked hands. Breathe into the belly. Good. Flatten out your feet so feet and ankles are in line with your hips. Go ahead and turn your right cheek to the mat. Bring your arms down at your sides. We're going to do a little back body strengthening here. On an inhale, we're going to float chest, head, and arms up as it's available to you. You'll keep the tops of the feet on the mat. So on an inhale, rise, keeping your head and neck in line with your spine. So not overextending by looking straight ahead, keeping your eyes down towards the floor. Pull the shoulder blades in and down your back. Reach fingertips for your feet. Pause and breathe. Exhale, turn your left cheek to the mat. Release everything. Good, we'll do it again. Inhale, float. Arms, head and neck, chest. If you'd like, interlace your hands on top of the sacrum, opening the chest a little further. If that's not available to you, don't worry about it. Tops of the feet are still on the floor here. Opening up the chest and shoulders, activating the back body. Exhale, release everything. Right cheek to the mat. Good, this time we'll try adding feet with arms as we lift. So still keeping arms down at the sides. On an inhale, lift up as much as you can off the mat. So floating legs, arms, chest, head, fingertips reach back for your feet. Shoulder blades pull in and down. So try not to pull your shoulders up towards your ears, really keeping the neck lengthened. Reaching back for your heels or your feet. Exhale, release, the left cheek to the mat. One more option, we'll take full locust pose. So for this, you can float your arms up over your head. If that's not available to you for whatever reason, you'll keep the arms back at the sides. Gazing straight down towards the mat. On an inhale, rise. If you have your arms overhead, think about pulling those shoulder blades down your back. Reaching through your fingertips, gazing down. Relaxing your face. As you exhale, release everything. Come back to crocodile pose. Turning the toes out to the side, resting your forehead on your hands. Take a couple of cleansing breaths. Allowing the breath to fill the back lower rib cage. Good, when you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your right side. So as you roll onto your right side, if you have something that you can use to prop your head, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just let your head be down. We're going to take both of our arms and send them out at shoulder height right in front of us. So palms to touch. Hips and knees are stacked here. We're going to do a little bit of rotation through the upper part of our spine. So we'll take that left arm, we'll slide it all the way across our chest and let it fall back behind us, looking back at that left hand. So goal is to try to get that left shoulder blade towards the mat. Don't force it though. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring your hands back together. So everything's nice and stacked. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, take that top arm all the way across. Bring it back behind you. So your arms come out to that T shape. Gaze is back to the left hand. Heart is open. Exhale, hands back together. Good, one more time. Inhale, draw that top arm across, open up to that T, gazing to the left hand. And then exhale, release, hands come back together. Good, this time make your way over to your back. Feet are gonna be on your mat before we move on to the second side. Hands come down at your sides. Make your way into bridge pose, any variation of bridge. So if you'd like to clasp your hands under the sacrum, open up your chest, lift the chin, hips to the sky, you can do that. If you have a single leg bridge in your practice, you could do that. Continuing to breathe. When you're ready, slowly come out of it. Roll over onto your left side this time. Hands will come together, just like we did on the first side. So palms to touch, hips are stacked. You'll take that right arm, draw it across your chest, bring it out to that T shape, working towards right shoulder blade coming down to the mat. And then as you exhale, hands come back together. 2 more times at your own pace. So inhale, draw that right arm across, open up, gazing over that right hand. Exhale, hands together. Good, one more time. Inhale, draw the chest open. Gazing to the right. And then exhale, hands come back together. When you're ready, go ahead and make your way back to your back. Take about a minute or so for any other poses that you might want to do. So maybe it's a knee to opposite shoulder, reclining pigeon, happy baby, knees to chest, another inversion. So whatever feels like it would be good for you to complete your practice today is what I'd like you to do. If you feel like your practice is done and you're ready to make your way into Shavasana, you can certainly do that as well. And then maybe before making your way into your final Shavasana, take a full body stretch. So reaching arms up over your head, stretching your legs out long, breathing in through the nose. As you exhale, surrender to your mat, Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow your feet and ankles to relax. Fall comfortably out towards the long edges of your mat. Walk the shoulder blades underneath you, let your heart be open. Blink your eyes closed or lower your gaze. Allow your body to be still. Put a pause on your mind chatter. For right at this moment, you are safe. You are at peace. You are loved.